things that I upload here for the class, and then once I put the link, then you can, I guess, subscribe if you would like. But it's just anything that I pre-record for this class, I upload it on that YouTube channel, and then, like, let's say that you missed the session, you can kind of go back and watch them. But let's go ahead and get started. I've got 4 or 5 of you here, so it's nice to meet you all. My name's Mrs. Elizabeth Gonzalez. I've been teaching with STC. I think I just finished my 6th year. I love it. I love South Texas College as an employer and an institution as well. I love teaching biology, and I couldn't really see myself doing, I think, anything else. I really do love educating, so I'm excited to have you all as students. I've never taught at Monte Alto, so that's really cool and coincidental that I was there yesterday, but it's actually gorgeous. So lucky to you all that live over there. It's just, I don't know. I thought it was really nice, my time that I was there. So if you would like to contact me, and I hope that you would, if you ever come across a technical issue or you're not sure about anything, you can contact me at any time, preferably between 8 to 4. And then I'll get back to you, and I'll show you some of the ways that you can contact me. Right there is my email. I have it in several different places, so don't worry about writing it down. It's also on your syllabus. I also have it on Blackboard. My office hours are from 2 to 4, and so what that means is that between 2 to 4, I have my notifications on for everything. So if you were to message me between 2 to 4, I will reply to you like really, really quickly, because those are my office hours. That means that that's the time that I'm supposed to dedicate to you all. So if you need to get in touch with me the quickest, right there between 2 to 4 p.m. is the best time. But of course, you can contact me anytime, and then I'll go ahead and get back to you. So let's see. Also, I didn't ask if you all are able to see my screen. So the screen right now has some pictures of me. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect, thanks. It's very hard for me to find pictures of myself. Those are 2 selfies that I thought were most appropriate. So as far as me, where I grew up here in Edinburgh. My family is from Starr County. They still live over there in Roma and the Salinenyo, which is a really, really small town. And that's where the majority of my family is from. So Salinenyo and Roma over there in Starr County. So I love it over there. I go probably once every week, maybe every 2 weeks. There's a lot of really cool native plants that you won't find anywhere else in the world. And so it's really fun to go down those ranch roads and kind of explore that. Also really cool animals as well. Like I went Saturday. I saw tortoises, I saw tarantulas, I saw a rattlesnake. I hadn't seen one in a long time. A huge, really fat, healthy rattlesnake. But considering that you all live in Monte Alto, maybe you also come across some really cool stuff. Like you probably have maybe you've seen like really big black snakes. Those are called the Texas Indigo snake. You might have also seen maybe some smaller ones, the checkered garter. What else? Maybe a bull snake. Do you all know of any snakes that you may have seen over there? I know you also have alligator gar too in the Delta Lake and also in the canals. You hate rattlesnakes though. I don't hate rattlesnakes. I think they're really cool animals. Obviously, I wouldn't get near one, but I think they're really cool, respectable animals. So that's where I grew up. Oh wow, you died. Was that there at your house that you almost died? Or do you all have like a ranch or something like that? I've never seen them here in Edinburgh, in like the city. I have seen coyotes, but in the city I've never seen rattlesnakes. As far as school, I did go to Edinburgh North High School. Then I went to UTRGV, which was UTPA. And then I went to Texas Tech University in Lubbock. And then I've also done some graduate work here at UTRGV. So I've kind of jumped around just a little bit, but still here in Texas. For work, I've been teaching total of 8 years, maybe 9. I don't know, it's kind of been a while. Hobbies, I love to do cycling, like road cycling. I loved swimming before we couldn't anymore. Now we can. I haven't swam in probably, how long has it been? It's been over a year. Oh man. I have pets. I have 3 dogs, and I love being outside. At my house, I have a pollinator garden. I have bird feeders, hummingbird feeders. I'm really into that kind of stuff. Volunteer work. The picture that I have on top is there at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. So for volunteer work, I am a liaison here. It's called Texas District 15, which is our congressional district. And I meet with congressmen. So our congressman is Congressman Vicente Gonzalez. So I meet with him and try to speak with them as far as like environmental impact, environmental law, things that we can do here in our area to help our citizens. But I also speak to other congressmen. The one in Zapata, Laredo, so Henry Cuellar, I've spoken to his office. And even people like in Houston, Dallas. So I've spoken to quite a few congressmen, and we do go to DC. We haven't recently because we have COVID. But other than that, yeah, that's volunteer work. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but if I think of anything, I will let you know. But yes, that's about me. And then I wanted to know a little bit about you guys. So, what I would like is that you let me know your name or your preferred name, your major, and one hobby. So, let me give you like 20 to 30 seconds to kind of think about it, and then I'll go ahead and call on your name. So, go ahead and think about it, and then I'll call on you. Okay, let me get Jacqueline. Jacqueline, if you could go ahead and go first, please. Introduce yourself super fast.
My name is Jacqueline, but I prefer Jackie. I don't have a major right now, and my hobbies are binge watching shows and sleeping.
Okay, thank you, Jackie. And let me get, I think I have 2 Briannas, but I don't have a last name on one of them. But whichever Brianna, if you could go ahead and introduce yourself. There you go. I can kind of hear you, Brianna. Oh, if you're having...
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
My name is Brianna. I prefer to go by Bree. My major, I want to go for business administration. And my hobby is dance, like ballet, jazz, tumbling, and yeah, etc.
Okay, that's really different. That's cool. Thank you for sharing. So you wanted to go by Bree and then Jackie. And then I have another Brianna, Brianna Reyes. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself super quick?
Yes, my name is Brianna Reyes. My major, I want to be a nurse, and one hobby is I like to read books.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Brianna. And then April, if you could go ahead. Okay. Okay, April, I see yours. I don't know what K-dramas are. I'll have to go ahead and look that up. I love watching K-dramas. Okay, cool. Thank you, April. And then, okay, well, thank you guys for introducing yourself. It's actually a small class. I had looked and I think I counted 10 Korean dramas. Okay, that's cool. I think I counted 10 people in the class. So it's relatively small, so don't feel I don't know, don't feel like you're gonna get lost. It's a small group, so that's even better. You can get in contact with me much better. I'll remember your name instead of like if I had a big class. So don't worry, I will remember your name. And then for communicating with me, maybe some of you already have it, but I need you to download on your phone this Pronto app, and that's what it looks like. So when you download the app on your phone, I don't know what it will look like because I already have it on mine, but there will be a screen, and I think it tells you to select like either between Microsoft Outlook or I'm not sure, but you do need to use Microsoft Outlook because that's the system that we use for STC. So if you could really quickly on your phone, if you can look for the Pronto Chat app. And so what's really cool about Pronto is that this is synced with your Blackboard. So this is considered to be like a secure messaging type of, what would we call this, like interface or platform. So I can talk to you about grades on here. Like this is like a formal type of conversation, although it's just like chatting. It's kind of like email, but without the formality. So if you do have questions about your grades, I can talk to you on here about that. You can message me privately. You can message on the class chat. Like I had sent you all something earlier today that we were going to meet. And so whichever way. But if you could, let me give you a few minutes to try and download the app. And then if you have questions, go ahead and unmute yourself so that I can go ahead and help you out. Since it's already downloaded on my phone, I can't really show you like a step-by-step, but go ahead and try. And then if you have problems, let me know. So let me give you about a minute or two. Just to make sure. So for your STC email, all that it is your username, and then you put, and I'll put it in the chat, it's your username, and then it's at student.southtexascollege.edu. And then your password would be the same password that you use to log into Blackboard. So your username at student, actually I don't think it's student, it might be Stu. Mine doesn't have that. Let me see. It's either at student or at stu.southtexascollege.edu. And I'm not sure if I can double check that either. Let me see. Wonder if I can click on somebody's. I'm not so sure. Does anybody know? I want to go with the second one, the at stu.southtexascollege.edu. Let me see. If you were successful, can you let me know? You can put a thumbs up or you can unmute yourself. Let me know if you were able to get into the Pronto Chat.
I was able to get into it.
Okay, cool. Do you know if it was at STU or if it's at student.south.texas.college? Okay, so my friend said it's at
I'm not
STU.
sure.
Yeah, it is at STU. So the correct one is your username for blackboard.stu.southtexascollege.edu. Wish I could delete my old messages because that's not right. But so anybody else that you were able to successfully log into Pronto? Oh, okay. If you do need help, let me know and then I can go ahead and help you out with that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next thing that you'll need for class. The Pronto Chat is great just because I put announcements on there like reminder, the exam is due tonight or this is due, et cetera, et cetera. So just make sure that you do have the Pronto Chat because I put a lot of reminders on there. For your email as well, if you haven't turned something in on Blackboard, there's an option for me to send you a reminder, but that reminder goes to your email. So if you have this app, April, thank you. I see that you thumbs up my message. This app, you can log in with your South Texas College email address, and then you get the notifications on your phone. So I do have my notifications on for my email, and I suggest that you all do too, just in case you miss something, because the summer is super fast. It's 5 weeks, and so the likelihood of you possibly missing something, it's probable. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen to you, but I do send reminders, and those reminders do go on your email. So if you can download this app as well, and it's the same thing where you will log in with your STC email, and that's it. And then this is free for any STC student. You all are able to get Microsoft Office for free. I have a video that shows you how to do it, and I can link that to you all in case you do want to download Microsoft Office. You will log into your email, and then there's a few buttons you have to click, and then you're able to get Word, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, and all of that it's free to you, and you can download it onto I think it's up to 5 devices. So I have it downloaded on this computer, I have it on a laptop, I even have it on my phone. So you can have Microsoft Office on multiple devices if needed, and it's very handy. Like if you using Microsoft Word is not the best on your phone, but in a pinch it might be okay. So I do have it on my phone and my computers. So I will show you the video. I'll link it somewhere so that you can download this on your device if you do need it. This I think is, I don't know why that shouldn't look like that, but okay. Have you all used Flipgrid before? And good job, April, yes. Have you all ever used Flipgrid for your classes? No? Okay, I'm surprised. I like Flipgrid. I've used it for classes before, and so you download the app on your phone. You don't have to though. You can just go to flipgrid.com, and that's fine. I prefer it on the phone just because I'm not sure if there's extras, but I think it just looks better on the phone. So all that it is is you'll have a prompt and then you record yourself responding to the prompt. And it's like I guess kind of like just a small video. You have a limit of 3 minutes, and the limit is 3 minutes just so that you don't ramble maybe. I don't know. But sometimes it's a challenge because you're trying to get everything in 3 minutes, or sometimes it might be a struggle because you want to fill in the 3 minutes. I don't have a time, like I don't need you to hit the 3 minutes. If you finish everything in 1 minute, that's completely fine. It's just that the limit is 3 minutes so that people don't keep talking and talking and talking. So what I need you to do is either go to flipgrid.com or to download the app. And then when you get there, you'll have two options. One is to log in with Google or with Microsoft, and you're going to do the same thing where you log in with your Microsoft Outlook South Texas College email address. And then I have the codes for you here. You'll need a code to get in the class, and then you need a code to get to the first assignment. So let me give you 1 to 2 minutes to see if you can get on Flipgrid. If you have any issues, you can unmute yourself or put it in the chat. So let me just stand by and give you a little bit of time. Brianna, to answer your question, we won't have weekly meetings, but we can if you would like. For any review videos, I pre-record them. And I'll get more into that in a little bit, but I do pre-recorded videos for your exam reviews, and I upload them on YouTube, and they're there for you to watch or rewatch. But we can meet if you all would like. You just need to let me know if that's something you would want. And then the other thing is that it's not mandatory for you to come to the live streams. So just know that. So let me show you one of my other classes. I'm going to share my screen, and so you can see my Flipgrid from my classes last semester. So you should be able to see, this is my Flipgrid from my view. These are my classes. This top one is your class, and then let's look at one of my older classes so you can kind of see. So this was the last topic that they had. So this was the prompt that I gave them about migratory birds here in the RGV. And then I asked them to, let's see what I had asked them to do. Okay, choose a native plant that is known to attract birds here in our home of the RGV, and then make sure to include this, this, and that. And so then these are my students and their submissions. So I don't know, am I able to click on them still?
Today I'm going to be talking about the Christmas cactus, also called the tasajillo. So its height is 5 feet and its width is 3 feet. It is an angiosperm. The bloom color is kind of yellow-greenish. It blooms in the late summer, like around July and August. It can be found in the Big Bend area, the desert Southwest, in the Panhandle, and in some places in South Texas. The Christmas cactus is a good food source.
Okay. So that was that. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that. Were you all able to hear her? Yes, okay, cool. So that kind of gives you a kind of like a, I don't know, an example. That's the word I wanted. An example of what it would look like. So there's a prompt there. You have 3 minutes, and if you kind of saw her video, you can edit parts. If you mess up, you can delete your video. I might record a introduction, so that maybe that makes you all a little bit more comfortable, so that my video is there first, and so you don't feel like you're the first one to upload. So I can do that. I can record a video, and then you all can start uploading yours. So if you could join and then find the first discussion. If you already were able to join, can you put, you can put I join in the chat if you're able to join the Flipgrid. Or if you're having problems too, you can let me know so that I can try and help you out. Oh, okay, it's downloading on the app. So then if it's taking a long time on the app, you can try just flipgrid.com on your computer. But if not, you can just still do it on your phone. One thing that I actually did not include in this presentation and that you do need is you do need either a laptop or a desktop computer, and it does need to have a webcam and a microphone. So if you don't have one, reach out to me so that I can try and figure something out, because as a high school student, I think they probably already did provide you a device. Maybe they haven't. Can you all let me know, did they provide you a laptop if you needed one? Or I'm not sure what device they would have lent you. They did? Was it do you know if it was a laptop or if it was like I think they're called Chromebooks? They're a little bit different. Well, actually, either way is fine. The only issue is that I think because it's a school device, you're not able to download certain software. Okay. It says I can't because I'm not allowed. Okay, you know what, April, so 1 second. I think I had made a mistake because I think I put the wrong email. 1 second. Edit. Yeah. So it's possible that nobody has joined yet. southtexascollege.edu. Okay. There. It should work now. Yeah, Brianna, go ahead and try again. I think that was my mistake. I think I had put the wrong email address. I had put at student.southtexascollege instead of at STU. So now you should be able to log in. It should be okay. And then, okay. These codes, if you need them, I have them also on Blackboard, so don't worry about writing them down. I have them somewhere else if you still will need them later. As far as your textbook, you don't need a actual physical textbook. You will just need an account with McGraw-Hill Connect, and since you all are with Monte Alto, they probably already purchased a code for you and they just distributed them to you. I'm not sure if they have yet though. So can you all let me know if they already gave you a McGraw-Hill Connect code? They did? Okay, perfect. So it's really easy to make your account. All that you need to do is you click on an assignment. So on my screen I have 2 different assignments. You can click either one of these and it'll take you to McGraw-Hill Connect. You make your account, and then I prefer that you use your STC email address, just because sometimes when you all send me a message that, let's say you submitted something but on the gradebook it says a 0, then I have to go and like look for you. And so what I do is I put your STC email. And so if you use like Gmail or whatever, I don't know your personal email account, so it's just easier if you have it with your STC email. If you already created it with your personal email, I mean that we can't go back. But if you haven't made it yet, please make sure that you do create it with your STC email. If they haven't given you a code yet, please let me know, just so that I can know and I can try to work with you and your school if they do need to get you a code. You do get a free 2-week trial, but I don't want it to run out and then your school still hasn't given you a code. So if you don't have a code, go ahead and send me a message so that I can work with you. So this is where you do your homework, basically. And then, so this is where I'm not sure, because when you all have a school device, it doesn't allow you to download certain software. So you do need to have Respondus lockdown browser downloaded on your device. If you're not able to download it, what you might have to do is take it to your school, and then your administrator is the one that downloads it. The other option is that you have your own device, and I even allow it. There's an option for me to check off, like if you have an iPad, you're able to use your iPad. But yes, you do need to download this software, and this is the picture. You go to My STC and then you go ahead and click it. April, I don't have a code yet. Okay, yes. So April, if you don't have a code, and let me know what happens tomorrow. You can send me a message, and then we'll go from there. But so this is the next thing I need you all to go. So this is on, I think I went to Blackboard. So go ahead and log into your Blackboard, and then you're going to click on the My STC, and then you should see something that says click here to download Respondus. Once you click that, I think there are different options, like there might be one specifically for Chromebooks. I have the one for Mac on this computer, but there's different ones. So you do need to go ahead and download that. So you can go ahead and try, but I'm just kind of concerned to see if you are able to. So if you have a school device, can you all try and see if it does let you download it? So Brianna, can you tell me, do you have a My STC tab? Yours might look different just because this picture is from mine and mine is like the instructor view. So it might be slightly different. So I clicked, and I took this like a few minutes ago, my STC, and then click here to download Respondus. It might be somewhere else for you all. Let me see if I can find. Yes, check somewhere else, maybe on yours. Let me go. So there's another spot on mine that said, ooh, I already forgot. It's called online course support. So it's still there on my STC, and then online course support. And then there I saw where it said Respondus. Download lockdown browser. Is the one that you would select. Let me see it. Let me go ahead and click mine and see what happens. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, that's okay, Brianna. When you do get your computer, you can go ahead and watch the video, and then I can help you if you still need help. Okay, so for me, all I did was I clicked on my STC, and then when I scrolled down, I have an option here that says click here to download Respondus, but if I keep scrolling, there's more links, and then there's one that says download lockdown browser. And then here is where I can change the versions. So like this is the version that I have for Mac, and then if I need Windows, there's even an option for the Chromebook, and then you just go ahead and install. So if you're not able to install it, you will have to get somebody at your school to install it. But I want to say that they might already be installed on your computer. It might already be there. And okay, so a little bit about Respondus. So what it is it closes the browser, and you're not able to see anything except for your exam. So you have 5 lecture exams. When you take your exams, like it's supposed to be as if you're taking an exam like in the classroom, like with no notes or whatever. But what I do is I make a review video, and that's based on your exam. So when you watch the video, I promise you, if you watch the video once or twice, you will pass your exam. So just make sure that you do check out the review video, and you should be successful in your exam. And some of the things that I look for, because what the Respondus does is it records you. And so there's just a few things that I look for. I just check that like you don't have notes, that you don't have like your phone, like you're not supposed to have your phone in the vicinity. So you shouldn't have your phone. Other things too is like reading things aloud. Like some students do I think on Google, you can just like read a question on Google, and then it like looks for the answer. So things like that. Like if you're whispering by like reading a question, that's not what I mean. I mean like that you're reading something like thoroughly and very clear. Like it's questionable what's going on. So those are some of the things that I look for. And then if I see something like that, that is like suspicious or whatever, you're supposed to get a 0, and then I send you an email, and I say why, and then we can meet about it. But yes, this is the software for that. It's just to prevent cheating. So not all of your exams are on Respondus. Your lab exams are not. Your lab exams are open note, and yes, so this is only for the chapters, like chapter 1, 2, 3, things like that. But just know that I do provide you a review video, so you should not go into your exam feeling like very scared or confused. You already did your homework, you saw the review video, you should be more than well prepared. So don't get scared when you take your exams. And then for grading, this is, I know it's a little bit blurry. It's because I took a screenshot and then I put it up here. But either way, you can kind of see what it is. So this is where your grade, it comes from. You have 5 lecture exams, which are based on the chapters. You have your Smartbook homework. So the Smartbook is the ones on McGraw-Hill. And so what McGraw-Hill does is when you answer a question, if you get it right, it allows you to move forward. But if you get it wrong, you just stay like stagnant. So as long as you are getting the questions right, you can move on and get out of that homework assignment easy and quickly. And some of the options, because I have done these, I've done all of these before, so I know what you're going through, because when I make your lab exams and stuff, I use the photos from the software so that you've seen it before. So on Smartbook, there are options for you to, like, it'll ask you a question, and then it'll be like, read about this, or something of that sort. It says that, and it takes you exactly to the page where the answer is. So just as long as you, like, you really could just skip the reading, go to the questions, read the question, click on go to reading, and you can do your homework that way. And that's completely fine. I have nothing against that. So just know that that's how it works. As long as you are getting them right, it moves you forward. If you get them wrong, it takes, I guess, an infinite amount of time to finish. Your Flipgrid, there's 4 of them. You'll have 1 per week, for the exception of the 5th week, because the 5th week there's a lot happening in the 5th week, and I'll go ahead and show you in a little bit, but there's only 4 of the Flipgrids. You have 2 lab exams, and those are open notes, and then you have your lab assignments. Some of you have already clicked on them and have completed them, which I was actually really surprised. So it says 36, and I know that looks like a lot, but they're small, and I've done all of them. Like, you can do one in less than 10 minutes. It's just like it's a virtual lab. It tells you click this, click that. It also asks you to formulate like a hypothesis, or it asks you questions based on your results. So you can do each one within 10 minutes or less. And there's a total of 36 of them. And then lastly, you have a final exam, which is 10% of your grade. Your final exam has nothing to do with your labs. Your final exam is just on the chapters. And that's it. That's the grading. Do you all have questions about the grading? It's a summer course, so it's a lot of stuff. But just know that some stuff was taken out. Because it's a non-majors course, you do not have to do lab reports. Like for the other class, they have to do 3 lab reports, which is a lot because you have to do an intro, methods, materials, put graphs. Like, it's a lot. You have to do 3 of those. And then they also have to do a research assignment. So you don't have to do those things, thankfully. So the only thing that you have to do is the homework, which is kind of a lot. But just know that I've done all of them, and it's very, very doable. And I hope that you're not taking any other classes. If you are, let me know just so that I'm aware that you're taking other classes, just because this one does have a lot of work. But I think that is all that I will actually, I need to show you the Blackboard course. And then this is also this picture is where my family lives. This is Salineno, which is over there by Roma, Texas. But before we leave, let me show you the Blackboard course just so you can kind of check out, and then we will be done. Share screen. window. Okay, so I'm on Blackboard, and let's go ahead and click on your class. When you get into the class, I have the announcements page as the first page, just so that you're kind of blasted with that, so that you don't, I guess, get lost. But so these are the announcements, and so this is what you all saw, and this was the link that you all got into Blackboard Collaborate. On the left, you have the start here, and the start here just has your syllabus. It has some of the textbook information. So if you do need to find the syllabus, it's here where it says start here, and then there's your syllabus. I actually do need to show you those parts, so we'll get to that in a second. For course content, this is the main one. This is where you're going to find all of your assignments. I will upload your chapter PowerPoints. They're not in there yet, but I will upload all of the PowerPoints. You have a timeline which shows you all of the assignments, and then you have 5 weeks of content for this class. So right now we're on week 1, so let's go ahead and click in there. So I posted everything that is due for this week. Exam 1, I have your exams open for about a week's time, so that you're not just scrambling. I didn't want to have your exams open like just on the weekend. I know it's summer, so I know your time is very valuable. So you have around a week for exams. The only exception is on the last week, the 5th week, just because we're very pressed for time. But I do have the dates clearly labeled, and I will send you reminders and stuff. For your lecture, chapter assignments, I have them all here. And then for your virtual labs, it says lab assignments, and then they're there. For you to acknowledge your safety, your lab safety, this one does require Respondus, and so that's why I do need you to download the browser, the Respondus lockdown browser. It's not because this is a test, it's just because this is just so that I know that you have the software, you figured out how to use it, and that's it. So just know that this is not an exam, it's just so that I know that you already got Respondus on your computer and you're good to go. Your Flipgrid for this week, this is the link to go and complete that. Your exam, it's tomorrow, so I'll have it posted here, exam 1. I'll also have the pre-recorded review video for you, and then you have until the 14th, which is Monday. You have until Monday to do your exam. You have until Monday to finish your homeworks. Same thing for the lab assignments here. You have until the 14th. So I have everything clearly labeled, but I will send you all reminders of that stuff, just so that you kind of know. Let's take a look at your syllabus. Super fast. I went over most of it, but let's see if we left anything out. I gave you all my email, my office hours. We went over the grading. This is the textbook stuff, so if your school should know, but if they're not sure, if they need the ISBN, all you have to do is show them your syllabus and they'll know exactly what they need to get for you. Your device, we already talked about a laptop or a computer that has internet, and you do need a webcam and a microphone. The expectations we went through already as far as communication. I only have one class for the summer, so this part where it says to say which class you're in, it's okay because you're my only class, so I will know that you're from my 1408 class, so don't worry about that. And we talked about lockdown browser. We talked a little bit about cheating. This is just when you're taking mostly when you're taking your exams, that you're not cheating. Okay, this is a good one. Extra credit. So for extra credit, during the school year, usually we have a lot more opportunities, but because we're in the summer, we don't have as many. But I do have extra credit opportunities for you for this week, and I might just do it every week. For Flipgrid, I put extra credit was that you reply to somebody. And so if you reply to somebody on Flipgrid, I will add I'll add extra credit to your exam. And so I might just do that every week. So just make sure that you look out for that you look out for the extra credit. And I don't give extra credit like if you ask, just because in my personal opinion, I don't think that it's like fair. So I offer it to everybody. Everybody has extra credit. So this week you have extra credit. I'll give you more extra credit next week, and so forth. So you'll have extra credit opportunities every week, and I hope that everybody does complete them. Let me go back and see if you. I can't see if you all have questions, so I'm hoping that I'm not missing anything. Okay, let me finish this really quickly. As far as attendance, it's an asynchronous class, so meaning that things are pre-recorded, etc., etc. If I see that you're falling a little bit behind on your assignments, I will send you a message. And just know that if you're not completing your assignments, that I might drop you, just because I would rather that you are dropped instead of you having an F on your transcript. I get that. I don't want that to happen to anybody. But so just make sure that you do, show that you are completing your work, and that is your attendance. Your attendance is just that you are completing your assignments. For the makeup policies, there are no makeups, and it's a super fast-paced course, so just try to make sure that you are, staying on top of it. If something does happen, of course, death in the family, illness, send me a message, and we'll work that out. So just let me know if something like that happens. This is your timeline for the semester. I have everything clearly labeled for you. Exam 2, Flipgrid 2, everything is there. And I think that is it. So let's go ahead and go back. Okay. And that is it. Do you all have questions for me before you go ahead and take off? Hopefully you feel a little bit more comfortable with what's expected, and then you also got to meet me, so you already know who you're talking to if you are going to send me a message. Okay, so then if you all don't have any questions, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for meeting with me, and then you can always send me an email, you can send me a message, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, but bye guys, it was nice to meet you.
Bye.